Hello, everybody. As you read below, start off with the story. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this one. This is about the Night Marchers. This is about warriors who have died in battle. Some say they have come to reclaim their land. They say the Night Marchers can be seen in few places in it's Ohauhus. Pali, Pali. Highway runs along with the famous Kamehameha battle site. I'm sorry if I butchered that. And nighttime visits, especially alone, are not recommended. I'm just going to call it the Kame. I'm not going to butcher the word anymore. School campus in Kapalaya, Oahu, over 100 years ago, is said to have been visited by night marchers on many occasions. At the Koalu Ranch on Oahu's windward coast, night marches have been spotted around an area that is said to house the remains of hundreds of Hawaiian chiefs and are said to be responsible for a good many nighttime car accidents. At Lalaparuas Bay, an area in Ahahika, Kanahau, Ahikinau, natural area preserves in South Maui. The restless night marchers are said to roam along the hard dirt lava landscapes in search of mischief. The town of Kawakakai on Molokai and rumored to be night marcher hotspot as the same remnants of I'm going to tell you this. That's Iliopauu, a sacred temple site located nearby. It goes on and on. Some say these spirits have favored nights. They are Pokane. This is during nights of Hawaiian god Kane, child chiefs, chiefess, priests in close attendance, march Poaku, Poakua, on the 14th night of the new moon. They say if you want to know the signs of these night marchers, they are follows. Heavy winds, rows of spirits carrying torches. They're said to be alternating the male and female rows. They are accompanied by lightning and thunder, as well as heavy rains or high surf. A few more are chanting and or beating drums. One thing to know about torches, they are very bright as well as game playing and reverie but least a mist of fog. So now that you know all this, I'm gonna get to the story. Me and Jim, we were on this road. It's not too far from where we were before. We heard these rumors of these things they call night marchers, I think is what it was. I said the best place to see these things if you want to see this or to experience something like this is and on the battleground near and well, what used to where a school is now, Kamaya, the name escapes me. Kamahima. I'm just tired of butchering this. It's some school campus, and so we decided to drive towards that area. Sarah decided to do more research in a local town near where we were at. I don't know the name of town. I didn't go with her. I went with Jim to set up around the school. I said, first, some things never change about people. Me, especially true. I'm always the one that wants to be bullheaded and rush into things. So, me and Jim, we set up camp. Well, we set up the cameras. We got permission from the school to set up cameras. Well, for somebody. So Jim says. So we have set up cameras outside school grounds. We wanted to get at least a couple of snapshots of the school. See if we could get anything revealed on camera that we couldn't see with our eyes, like any adventure. So we set up trail cams. We set up camera recorders. We set up EVPs. We had a temperature gauge as well. And some voice recorders. So we were setting all that up. Jim started hearing some drumming in the background. I started to hear it too as it started to drag on. We also heard these things don't appear every night, though. Only on certain occasions or certain times of day. Or certain days. Sarah read on, but when Sarah got back with the research, she started finishing up, helping up figuring out the cameras and stuff, the trail cams and stuff. She started hearing some drumming as well. Started to get a little chill, like you would if you were around any type of paranormal ghosts or anything like that. But not only did a chill come in, there was a dense fog. And we started hearing the drumming. Louder. It got louder and louder. Jim said, "Hey, look, there's some torches, like Sarah was talking about." There's a full briefing somewhere that she briefed us on. Told us what they were about, what they were doing. It's like, okay, well, this was a battlefield, so yeah, there's bound to be a ghost here, a few or whatever, even with or without these night marchers, right? Well, the drumming got closer and closer and closer until it was right up on us. Literally, there were people, like, dressed in whatever. It looked, some of them were so pale. Yeah, I know they're dead. They died in the battlefield. But these people looked so pale. It was like they were frostbite. itself. If frostbite was a character or a person, that's what it would look like. They were so pale, but yet they were so much more like shadows. Cameras, the meters, everything was going off at once. Everything. It was such a charge. Our cameras were drained. Even our phones were drained. It got so cold. I don't know what to tell you. It's like one moment I was there, the next moment I wasn't. I don't know what most people experience when they see paranormal. Mine is to run towards it, rush towards it. Seeing some of these men and women made me want to run away. But I didn't. I rushed forward into the fray. Something you never do. Never do that as a paranormal investigator or anything like that. You never rush into the ghost. You run away from the ghost. So we've been told, don't be out there alone. Don't be out there at night. I had thought that Jim and Sarah were still behind me. That they were getting this. But Jim and Sarah ran back into the school. As soon as they got closer, I was out there alone. I felt something hit me in the back of the head, and next thing I know, I was out. The experience, the rush that I saw when I rushed towards these night marchers was like a adrenaline rush you didn't want to stop. I woke up a couple hours later. Sarah told me that when they got closer, the fog started rolling up. They went inside. Jim wanted to come back out and get me, but Sarah held him back. They said I was not even 10 minutes after they came through. I was out like a light. I thought it was an hour because after the hit in the head, I thought I'd gotten up. I was staring at every one of these soldiers, every one of these warriors marching by in rows. One of them turned and looked at me, pointed at me, and that's when I woke up. 4 hours later. It was weird. I didn't know what to think. As I was telling this, we were on the road back to them, back on the road to another place that we've heard about that required our attention. And after another investigation, it took me a while to warm up, and it was like 70 degrees. and I felt like it was 40. I just couldn't get warmed up. And on the road there, the vehicle stalled. Oh God, I told Jim to check the gas tank. He said he did. Said it was the battery. It was drained. So he had to call a tow truck. Meanwhile, Sarah's looking at the equipment. We got enough of the information to send to our clients to prove what happened. Client, well, we give what we have to our clients in payment, and in return we get paid. So we had to give everything that we had to the clients. Cameras and all, photographs and all, EVP recordings, and such. That was just weird. Can't get over what I saw after I was knocked out. Like I said, I didn't know I was knocked out. I don't know what to say, guys. Next one is going to be a lot more interesting. The client wants us to investigate something off the wall. Some ancient legend or something like that, I don't know. Myth or something like that. I'll let you know when I'm able to. Other than that, well, what do you think about this one? I thought it was rather interesting. I mean, it did take me a while to get this in the work properly, to think up what I needed to say, what I needed to tell you guys, what would work, what wouldn't. So I wanted to get everything, stuff what I did earlier, out of the way first, like the introduction and whatnot. Get it out of the way. I was thought that was the best thing to do first, is to tell you a little bit of information before I went into the whole ordeal, went into the story. I want to tell you guys more about it before I went into it. That way you guys would know as much as I do. Instead of just hauling off and saying, okay, they're in the story, blah, 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 blah. This is what blah, 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 blah. And, I'll get off of that. There's a lot more here than I was talking about, but it would require me to go too much more in depth than I already did. So I'll get off here, and to the next one, guys. Good luck, good night, and God bless.